The last 2 years have given us what I consider to be our best May 4th LEGO Star Wars promos. In this video we are going to be comparing the 40765 Kamino Training Facility with the 40686 Trade Federation Troop Carrier. Both sets are marketed for 10 plus, one has just over 200 pieces, one is just below 200 pieces. One released on May 1st, 2025 being the Kamino Trading Facility, and the Trade Federation Troop Carrier released on May 1st, 2024. Both of these sets you had to spend £145 on LEGO.com within the week of May 1st in order to get them as a free gift with purchase. This video we're going to be deciding which is the better set, which is better as a gift with purchase, by ranking them on 6 different categories: the minifigures, the displayability, the playability, the building experience, my personal opinion, and how well they work as a gift with purchase. Let's just get started straight away with the minifigures on both sets. I'm not going to go into too much depth on either of these sets, as I have done reviews on both of them within the last few weeks, but I do have to give an honest opinion about who I think gets 2 points and who I think gets 1 point, to give a fair judgment as to which is the better set. 2024's Trade Federation Troop Carrier has 8 battle droids and technically no minifigures, as on the website they don't classify battle droids as minifigures, but 8 battle droids definitely adds a lot of value, and in some eyes they are minifigures, but due to a technicality they aren't minifigures. But they are very great for building a droid army, and 8 minifigures in this one set is absolutely fantastic. Kamino Training Facility has 3 absolutely amazing Clone Cadet minifigures. All 3 have dual-molded red and black legs, arm printing, and nice all-round prints. And that's why I'm undisputedly going to give the 2 points to the Kamino Training Facility and only give 1 point to the Trade Federation Troop Carrier. I think getting 3 Clone Cadets is way better than getting 8 Battle Droids, as they are all not very unique minifigures. I would rather get 3 unique minifigures to 8 minifigures that I've got hundreds of. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. The 2025 set has much better minifigures than the 2024 set. When it comes to displayability, I think this is a lot closer than the minifigures debate. But to be real with you, I do think the Trade Federation Troop Carrier takes this compartment. Overall, the Trade Federation Troop Carrier definitely looks a lot better on the display than the Kamino Training Facility, as a lot of the set is just the side builds, which do look nice on display, but I reckon they'd look better in a mock or something like that than they look on display. The Trade Federation Troop Carrier is a flawless display piece and even has a 25th anniversary brick, so it is a very, very nice display piece. And that's why I'm quickly going to give the 2 points to the 2024 Trade Federation Troop Carrier and only 1 point to the 2025 Kamino and Training Facility. This means that the scores are now tied at 3-3. Playability is once again really close. You do get the extra side builds with the Kamino Training Facility, where there's a lot of gun racks. Then there's also this little defense tower which you can spin around, which is a pretty fun play feature. You could go into flight mode, which is pretty nice, and then these things can also spin around, but it's pretty difficult to do with one hand, so kind of just ignore my feeble attempts. So you'll just have to trust me when I say that these can spin around, and that is a very nice play feature, and I appreciate it. You can also fit a minifigure in the cockpit, but once again you just have to trust me, as you can literally see it in there. I can't do it with one hand. So overall, the Kamino Training Facility definitely has some nice play features, and definitely has a good stand against the Trade Federation Troop Carrier, which does also have some pretty nice play features. And once again, this is a lot closer than the minifigures debate, but also a lot closer than just displayability debate. You could put 2 minifigures at the front and then load 6 battle droids on the back, which I find really entertaining. At the front there's a little light, and then there's also a gun rack here with 6 weapons for all those battle droids at the back. The little light at the front can move up and down, by the way. The main play feature of the set is the ability to separate the actual droid carrier from the actual mobility station, and then you can deploy your troops, do whatever you want, and that's a pretty fun play feature and very accurate to the film. I like that they use the green plates as a reference to the 2001 droid carrier. It's not really a play feature, but it's just something I appreciate. I think the playability definitely is a lot closer than the previous 2 categories, but I'm going to give it to the 2025 Kamino and Training Facility. I just think the landing gear is a really fun one, as there is a lot of different poses that you can display it in. The ability to spin them around is very appreciated, and although I do have a lot of fun playing with the Trade Federation Troop Carrier, I have to give the slight edge to the Kamino and Training Facility, meaning that now the Kamino and Training Facility is up by 4-3. When it comes to the building experience, I have to just straight away say that I had a lot more fun building the Trade Federation Troop Carrier. It lasted a lot longer, clocking in at about 45 minutes, whereas it only took me about 30 minutes to build the Kamino and Training Facility. The Trade Federation Troop Carrier is definitely a much bigger build, and the Kamino and Training Facility is a lot smaller, and that's why I had a lot more fun building the 40686. But they were both very fun builds, and I liked building the side builds in the Kamino and Training Facility. But in my opinion, at some parts, the 40765 can be pretty boring to build. But they are both fun in their own ways, but I have to give 2 points to the Trade Federation Troop Carrier and only 1 point to the Kamino and Training Facility. The scores are now tied at 5-5. Sorry, 6-6. Now, I have to just get this out of the way right now. I think the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is my personal favourite set. I just had a lot more fun with it. I think I had a lot more bias towards it as well, I believe. But this is my opinion. I'm allowed to have bias where I am. I think the only problem with this set for me is that my box came severely damaged, and obviously the Commando and Training Facility didn't. But I still think the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is a better set, just in my opinion. The Commando and Training Facility is absolutely amazing, and I love the minifigures, and that's why I gave it a 9.2 out of 10 in my review, but I just personally think the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is a better set, much more appealing to me. I really enjoyed the Battle of Naboo in the Phantom Menace, and to be honest with you, I don't even know what this is. It's just like random Commando and Enforcer that we see for 2 seconds in a film. Not to mention, it was the anniversary of the Phantom Menace, so when building it and just playing with it, I just had a lot more fun around the general time of the set's release, and that's why, in my opinion, the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is a better set than the Commando and Training Facility. Meaning that in this category, I'm giving 2 points to the Trade Federation Troop Carrier and 1 point to the Commando and Training Facility. This now means that the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is up by 8 to 7. But it could all change with this category now, which is as a gift with purchase, and the Commando and Training Facility is clearly much better as a gift with purchase. It's so niche, and I don't even understand why people are complaining that this isn't a real set, as why the hell would they ever make a random Commando and Enforcer that we see for about 2 seconds? It is way too niche of a set in my opinion, and it's one that they never would have made otherwise, and it is clearly a much better gift with purchase than the Trade Federation Troop Carrier, which in my opinion should have been a real set. It's an absolutely fantastic model and all, but it's just not the best as a gift with purchase. It's not bad by any means, but it could have been better as a £30 LEGO set. Before I end this review with the Trade Federation Troop Carrier and the Commando and Training Facility being tied at 9-9, as it won the gift with purchase category, meaning that now these scores are tied at 9-9. So even though, in my opinion, the Trade Federation Troop Carrier is a better set and build, these are tied as both amazing sets. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below which you prefer is a better set. But quickly before I finish, I'm just going to talk about the other gift with purchases that you could have gotten by doing this. They both... Okay, another stutter in another video, this can't keep happening. Anyway, with both sets you had to spend £145 to get them. But with the Commando and Training Facility, you got the Millennium Falcon polybag at a £40 price point. So that does add a bit more value to that £145 price tag for this set. But on the other hand, the Trade Federation Troop Carrier had also had the AAT polybag, which I much preferred to the Millennium Falcon polybag. Not to mention, you also got the coin, which was valued at about £15 at the time of its release by LEGO. So the Trade Federation Troop Carrier in 2024 was definitely a much more value and sport-wise a purchase. But in 2025, it's worth about 70 quid, and that's only worth about 40 quid now. So it's definitely smarter to pick this one up if you're just spending it for money. But if you bought it as a gift with purchase, the Trade Federation Troop Carrier was definitely a much better deal. Anyway, let me know which set you think is better. I personally think it's the Trade Federation Troop Carrier, but once again, these sets are tied at 9-9, just look at these statistics. But if I added another carrier in another value category, it would go to the Trade Federation Troop Carrier. So let me know what you think of this, which is better the set, and thanks for watching. Bye.